This is a part 2 of our speaking test. Okay, now today's topic is trip you often take but you dislike. Describe a short journey that you often take but you dislike. You should say where you go, how often you do this, when you do this, and why you dislike it. Okay, where do you go? I go to work, I go to school, I go to college, I go to university, I go to gym, I go to language club, I go to arts preparation center, I go to countryside, I visit grandparents, I go to swimming pool. How often do you do this? Daily, day by day, every day, almost every day, time and again, quite often, regularly, several times a week. When do you do this? In the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening, at night, at the beginning of the week, at the end of the week. Why do you dislike it? Reasons to dislike the journey. I routinely sit in about 30 minutes of bumper to bumper stop and go to the traffic every day. My daily commute is a 30-minute stop and go crawling. I hate driving in a rush hour traffic as I am often late for important meetings. I always hit the morning rush hour. I waste a lot of time in traffic jams. The traffic is a bumper to bumper, the traffic is a bumper to bumper, especially on the main road or in the city center. The road is usually heavily congested. There are too many vehicles on the roads. Traffic moves very slowly. Usually there is no end in sight. Congestion is at its height. The street is choked by traffic. Traffic congestion increases vehicle emissions. The bus always crowded as a large number of people are traveling to work. During peak hours, the buses are so crowded and I can hardly breathe. So sample answer: describe a short journey that you often take but you dislike. So you can say the journey that I particularly dislike is my daily commute, which is nothing but a 40-minute stop and go crawling because I always hit the morning rush hour, and on Monday it's particularly bad. As a consequence, I routinely sit in a 40 minutes of bumper to bumper and I stop and go traffic every day, and so the traffic moves slowly. There is nothing inside. The closer the city centers, the more slowly. This makes me really nervous. First of all, I am often late for important meetings. In fact, if only I could leave home just 15 minutes earlier, I would get to the office without any problems, very fast. Normally it takes not more than 15 minutes, but always sleep until the last minute. So I leave home when the congestion is at its height. Another thing is that makes me irritated is that I waste time every day. What I mean is what I am stuck in a traffic jam. For example, what I mean is stuck in traffic. For example, because of a car accident and I don't move, I take my tablet and write letters to do other important things. But when cars are crawling, the only thing I can do is to write short messages and to scroll down my news feed on Facebook, and which doesn't improve my productivity. Also, traffic congestion entails additional expenses, and I've recently read that for every 2 minutes a car is idling, it uses the same amount of fuel as a mile's drive. Finally, it increases a vehicle's emissions. So every morning I blame myself to contributing to the environmental pollution, which I can avoid only if I stop getting to work by car, which is out of question.